Morning guys, Ben here from 100mman, and we have 30 days, 20 hours left till Ironman. I keep saying it, but it's getting real now. 30 days. The time is flying. If any of you watching this are committing to anything over a set period of time, then it does go really, really quick. When you're caught up in the everyday aspects of your life, being a parent, a partner, a business professional, a career-driven, focused individual, whatever your goal is or whatever you're working on outside of your fitness goals, it's so time consuming. And I said this at the beginning, I've dedicated 100 days to this project of seeing if I can complete an Ironman with just 100 days Ironman specific training, so the swim, the bike, the run. And I guess when you're going into these things, you don't really know what or where it's going to take you. You don't know what's going to happen within those 100 days. We're 71 days in now. We've got 30 days remaining to the day itself, and yeah, it's pretty intense. Just speaking to a friend of mine on the way here, or a client of mine, and we were talking about what she's going on or what she's doing in her life and some bits and pieces. And she asked me how my training was coming along, and I can't say anything really negative about it. And I don't know whether that's due to the fact that before setting out, I meticulously planned what each training session would be, and I had a plan. I don't know whether it's because of my previous knowledge in fitness, in human performance, in the mindful or the psychological aspects of the commitments needed. I don't know whether it's because I've utilised meditation throughout, whether anything really. It's hard to put a nail on or pinpoint a specific thing that allows me to reach 70 odd days into a training program and still feel as motivated as I did, actually more motivated. Yeah, I feel more motivated towards tomorrow, going out and doing something tomorrow, than I did at the very beginning. And I was motivated then. And as I was saying to my client just a moment ago, we were talking about some things, and she said, it must be amazing to have that continued motivation. Well, I don't look outside for the motivation. I think that's one of the key things, is I've never been one really to look externally for the answers or the solutions to some of my bigger issues or some of my main concerns. I've always reflected internally and looked within for the answers. Knowledge, guidance, advice, learnings can be found out there, but ultimately the answer always comes from within. I think that's maybe the reasons why I'm feeling happy, and I've not had particularly many lull days. I've had some days where external factors have influenced the current state. I've had some days where I've had a loss or a bereavement. I've had days where there's been issues with some of my business commitments or projects that have needed more attention than I was at the time willing to give or provide. But in terms of being in the present, in terms of enjoying where I am and the training session and the commitment needed to do that training session, there's not been any doubt in my mind that I was going to do, complete, be, and enjoy. As you can see out there, I'm about to go for a run now, an hour and 15-minute run. Very low tempo. I'm going to head down to the beach, back up, back through the village, and then back to the gym where I am now, where I'm going to shower, and then I've got another meeting that I need to shoot off to. But if the day wasn't like this and it was raining outside, I wouldn't be particularly motivated to go and sit in the gym on the on the treadmill, but it would have been something that I needed to do. So yeah, so that's it. Anyway, enjoy the run. I will catch up with you in about a couple of hours. But for now, peace out. Enjoy the run. So that's the run done for today, the only session of the day. Felt really good, comfortable. Just found a zone, kind of, it was about heart rate zone 2.3 or 2.4 from memory. Just kind of sat in that zone, and yeah, I felt like I could have gone on for another 2, 3, 4, 5 hours really at that pace, which is really where I want to get to in my mindset as opposed to my actual physical being. I know my body could endure a 4-hour marathon after the ride. So it's just really, I guess, forgetting everything else and being present in that moment at that exact time. So it was good. I like getting in that zone. It took me about 20 minutes as per usual to really get there. The first 20 minutes there wasn't any flow. I felt rather heavy. I mean, I had my standard 2 bowls of porridge this morning. I felt heavy in myself. So I don't know whether it was my body just working to that digestion or what. But I feel pumped now, feel good. Just went to the gym, had a shower and got changed. Now I'm off to meet a client. So that's it for today. There's nothing really else to report. I've pretty much got all of my kit is ordered or purchased. One thing that is slightly different on the run today is that I had to go back to an old pair of trainers, an old pair of trail trainers, because my 2 pairs of Brooks I washed yesterday and scrubbed. One pair was getting a bit pongy despite washing on a regular basis, and the second pair, the one that I hoped to be wearing on the day, was muddy from a run that I did at the weekend. So gave them a good wash and thought that they would have been dry in time. Don't know whether you can see the pair on the back, parcel shelf in the back, drying out. So I went back to the other pair and I could feel the difference. And just as I was leaving, I saw Dave, who is a GB triathlete who's going to be competing in Spain very shortly in the 70.3 or Olympic distance, I think. He should rank in the top of his age group or close to it. We're talking about trainers and stuff, and it's funny how you just get adapted. And I know he was saying, you know, what trainers you're going to be wearing on the day. And I know that some athletes opt for a lighter trainer on race day, and I think that would be a wise choice if you're up there. You know, if you're in the top 10 of the age groupers, or you're going for a time, or there's a specific focus, perhaps you're a pro. But for little old me, who is going to be running and wants to feel comfortable, I think I'm going to stick with what I know best and limit the amount of variance on the day. You know, stick with my breakfast in the morning, stick with my game plan, stick with my nutrition, stick with everything that is serving me up until this point. And as I've said, if I was a competitive age grouper and not simply taking part in the event, if I was, you know, there's a competitive aspect to it, or I was hoping to place for Kona or something along those lines, then you know, then you start to finely tune all of the smaller aspects. You think about, you know, reducing the weight on the day, picking a slightly faster pair of trainers. But for me, finishing in one piece and finishing with a smile is my number one priority. So that's it from today. Thanks for tuning in. Appreciate all of the feedback and advice. You notice some of the videos, if you're watching this in real time, have been slightly delayed. I've had some issues with my broadband provider. It was on the case yesterday, so there's been a slight delay in some of them going out, some of the longer and heavier videos. But for now, have a good day. Thanks for tuning in. Please remember to subscribe, leave some feedback, let me know how you're getting on in your journey. Peace out.